Now this is my second take I have to do. Right. So, I watched last night 13 Reasons Why. You know, wanted to, because I heard so many good things about it and stuff like that, and I really wanted to watch it. And I thought, well, you know, me and the missus will sit down and watch it and see what it's like. Stayed up. We started watching it about midday yesterday, and then didn't go to bed till 5 o'clock this morning because we watched the whole entire season because we thoroughly enjoyed it. Sorry about the light. I just wanted to do this video because this has just pissed me off. This is a rant, by the way. Some people are idiots, right? This is mainly a rant about Jaclynglenn, I think her name is. Or Jaclynglenn, or whatever the fuck her name is. Right? That show did not promote fucking suicide, you stupid, stupid idiot. Right? And clearly you weren't bullied at school. Clearly. You fucking weren't. Right? Yes, don't get me wrong, what the character did in the show was, you know, her decision. Her decision alone. She could have probably actively pushed herself more to get help and stuff like that. But look at the fuck she went through earlier through that season. Like, don't get me wrong. Suicide is one person's decision. What people need to realise is that, you know, other things do come into a factor of why they commit suicide. There is always a reason. You know? Like, yes, that person made that decision, but what you don't realise is that that fucking person could have made the decision for the fact of the matter is because of what's fucking happened in their life. Like the character Hannah. It went from fucking just bullying to all the way over fucking here, which was rape. Fucking rape. And you're wondering why she killed herself. The tapes were her last plea of for someone to just listen and understand. That was her therapy. Because nobody else cared at the time. And they didn't. Right? You saw multiple times in the show where she actually tried to open up. And the characters pushed her away. The whole concept of the show is that we can do better when it comes to suicide. And they're right. We can. Right? And when it comes to certain things like that, when it comes to the situation and a story like Hannah Baker's, there was other factors involved. Other things did happen. Because I guarantee you that if all this shit didn't happen to her, right, and all this crap and this poor girl went through, in reality, do you think she would have killed herself? No. No, she wouldn't have. Bully victims contemplate suicide all the time because they want it to end. This girl copped it worse. So what, Jackie? What specifically did you think she should have done? Right? Granted, she could have called to talk to her parents. Granted, she could have fucking done something. But clearly, the show, it explains it. It's like nobody and no one of that fucking idiot's fan base has actually really watched it. Understood the fucking stories behind it. I'm reppable. Coming from someone that was bullied pretty much his whole entire life and was treated like shit. And for people to say that crap, that it was her fault entirely. No, it fucking wasn't. And I'm kind of getting sick to death of people turning around saying suicide victims are the only fucking... Like, it's their own fucking stupidity. And it's their fault for why they did it. And there was no other factor. They could have done so. They could have... Like, no! When you're looking at someone's point of view, you could see her fall to pieces throughout the whole entire show. Her brain chemistry and just her whole attitude was depleting and whittling away. It wasn't fucking doing well. Clearly, Jackie, you have not been bullied at all in your life. Sorry, you haven't. I'm making that fucking blatantly clear. Because if you were bullied in fucking high school, you wouldn't have fucking said this. Or even in public school. If you were bullied to the extent that she was in, like that character, and if you were bullied to the extent I was, and so many other of my friends and some of the people that I know, to the extent we were, you would not be fucking standing here behind a fucking camera and turning around saying that it's okay. And it promotes fucking suicide. No, it doesn't. Open your eyes and actually watch the show. It makes me sick. It actually makes me sick. Now, I don't mind if you have an actually good problem with the show, right? If you have been very affected by bullying or have had very serious, suicidal thoughts and come out and said, look, it was a bit too much for me. I understand. I actually understand it. I'll be fine with it. And if it was, a critic that found, you didn't like the acting or just didn't like the story just in general, and just actually took it as a show on its own, that's fine. But for someone like her to turn around and say all this shit and saying it's promoting suicide, and what the fuck are you going on about? What the serious fuck are you going on about? It's not right. Right? And for people that turn around and do actually watch this video, turn around and say, I was bullied in high school, and say that they didn't feel like what she feels right now, you're lying. Or you were bullied once in high school. You have no idea. If you want to know more about bullying, I have a fucking documentary sitting in my fucking movie collection that everybody should watch then. Everybody needs to watch Bully. If you have not watched Bully, go online, buy yourself a copy. If you have it in your local store, buy it straight away and watch it. And after you watch that, and then watch fucking 13 Reasons Why again, you'll shut the fuck up. Because you'll have no idea about what bullying does to a person. Think twice before you say anything again. That's my rant over. I'm sorry but this has hurt me very personally. If you have a creative difference for this show, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. If you don't like a certain actor or whatever. Or if you just weren't interested in the story. Or, again, if you were seriously bullied or had a lot of very serious suicidal thoughts and you didn't feel comfortable watching it, that's fine. But This is ridiculously stupid. Watch the show, Jackie, properly. And actually learn about bullying for once.